Good evening, children. In our practical assignment for today, we will start with our fourth practical. But before that, I'd like to show you something about your syllabus and how far we have been able to achieve this. Your practical file is to be done under 4 sections. Number 1 is taxonomy, which is the study of flowers in details. You had 3 flowers and we have completed all 3. First we did China rose, second was sweet pea, and the third is petunia. So you have only 3 flowers to do, right? So that we will be completing with taxonomy section A. After that we have section B, or the second lot of experiments which we have to conduct under physiological experiments, right? Then we have third section or section C about slide preparation. We have 4 slides and their details to be prepared. And then we have the last section, number 4 or D, as spotting. So that is to be done under variety of heads from here, that is TS of ovary up till over here. So that will be the complete syllabus. So today I would also like to show you a file and just make sure, because today we are going to start with section number C. For some reason, because physiology has to be better more dealt, so we will continue with our slide preparing section just now, right? I'll show you how to continue. This is the file that I've been showing you from the beginning for one of our toppers who have been who has broken all records of obtaining some 99 on 100 year before last. So this is how we have to go with this work. Index we'll be preparing somewhere at the end, children, so don't worry about it. But what I want to show you is how you have to start with the file making. On a plain page would be section A, taxonomy, study of floral characteristics. That is, this what we have completed would be written as section A, taxonomy. Alright, then later on these pages you have completed the study of flowers, right? After that we come to a new page as section B, but just now we are not starting with B, children, but on the new page today you will write down section C, slide preparation. This is what I am going to start with you today, section C, slide preparation. Now this work is relatively easy for you to understand, right? We are going to do the first one as TS, that is TS of a hydrophyte stem. This will be practical number 4, right? Here you will write down practical, today's date as usual on the left side, and practical number 4 for you from the beginning. Or don't write any number, just leave the number, because numbering we'll do it from the beginning as per the section B onwards. So for this, don't write any practical number, just write the heading practical, numbering we'll do it at the end, and the date. Alright, so here your object would be to study the TS of a hydrophyte stem. In the bracket you will write down hydrilla. You will write down hydrilla and underline it. Alright, with the help of a well-labeled diagram. Stain and mount the section neatly and observe under low power of compound microscope. Write identifying features of the section. In your course, it emphasizes any 2 characteristics. After that, you will write down the heading TS of hydrophyte stem, side heading, identifying characteristics, and the details, which I'll be posting you from the textbook, right? So I think you've understood what to do, children. This is what you will study. This is the diagram, TS of hydrophyte stem. This is hydrilla. What you can see is that there's an outermost layer of the section which is circular. This is epidermis, right? It is single layered. You can see the outermost is single layered epidermis, and the cells are made up of parenchymatous cells, right? So cuticle is absent. You're studying the stem, but there is no cuticle since it is a hydrophyte, that is it is an underwater plant. Then cortex is well developed. This is all cortex, as you can see. Thin-walled and parenchymatous. These cells, they have large air gaps in between or air chambers. We call them as aerenchyma. This makes them light, right? Coming next is the mechanical tissue, which is absent, but directly we come to the reduced vascular bundle. You can see here the endodermis, the center boundary here. It is further lined up by another layer of pericycle. Then there is phloem and xylem being represented only by a cavity in the center. A very simple diagram to draw, right? You have the textbooks with you. This is page number 112. Though I'll be posting the diagram, children, it's a very simple diagram for you to draw, only one in this experiment, and the details to be done only under 5 points. So very, very simple work like this. On one page, this will be over. With the object that I told you, only ensure, please do not write, or you write the number with a pencil for your easy records. You write the heading, practical number, and number 4, please write in a pencil, because later on this numbering would change since it is our section number C. Alright, so this would be number 4, and because the work is very small, you only have 4 or 5 points and a very simple diagram. So one more I am going to give you, right? That will be number 5, something like this. So here it is. This is our practical on hydrophyte stem. The heading you will write down, TS of hydrophyte stem, hydrilla. And here would be the date on new page, and practical. Again, you can write down in pencil. This will be number 5 for us. Object once again, to study the TS of a xerophytic leaf, Nerium. I'm sure you remember this while studying photosynthesis. In class 10th, you have studied about stomatal hairs and sunken stomata. So same leaf, Nerium or oleander, with the help of well-labeled diagram. Stain and mount the section neatly and observe under low power of compound microscope. Write identifying features of the section, any two once again. So you have to, council emphasizes any two. So you may just leave this, no need to write the number, just write identifying features of the section. We will write all because our file work has to be done all, but in examinations you may write only 2 to 3 characteristics, but they should be certainly all correct. So this is how you'll begin. TS of xerophytic leaf, in the bracket Nerium, well underlined, it's a scientific name. Then again this work also will be over on one page, and the diagram which I'll be posting from the book. So in your textbook, children, it's at page number 113. All you have to draw is only this simple diagram and 5 to 6 details about characteristics, like multiseriate epidermis. Here you can see epidermis is multiseriate, right? Thick cuticle on outside, both upper and lower epidermis. The cuticle is very clearly and thick amount of cuticle seen. Stomata are sunken. You can see stomata are sunken. Moreover, situated inside the stomatal pits, confined only to the lower epidermis. And yes, they are covered with stomatal hairs. Well differentiated mesophyll with palisade on both sides, though abundant on adaxial one. So you can see well differentiated mesophyll. These are the palisade cells, right? And you can see them abundant on adaxial. Fourth is spongy parenchyma, which is present between the palisade of lower and upper epidermis. So here it is the spongy parenchyma with lot of air gaps. The cells are loosely arranged and form large air chambers. Vascular tissue is well differentiated, and the vascular bundle is surrounded by parenchymatous bundle sheath, right? So this is the bundle sheath around the vascular tissue, which will be clearly drawing it. So your work is only this one diagram and this 5 comments under TS of hydrophyte stem, and the other is only this diagram and again 6 comments for the TS of a xerophytic leaf, right? So with that, children, it will be number 4 and 5 practicals, TS of a hydrophyte stem and TS of a xerophytic leaf, that is Nerium. I will be sending these images of the page, but you please copy down from your textbook page, which is more simply given like this. Alright, the object I will send in each, and here the work for number 4, and this is the number for number 5. Any queries, you can certainly ask on our WhatsApp group or on the Google Classroom, right? And we expect you to complete the practical assignments 4 and 5 till 31st of July, the end of this month. Thank you.